tell me, why do you think that we need a National Women's History Museum?
We need a National Women's History Museum because women's history is half of history, and we don't have one, and it's actually pretty despicable. So I think working towards a brick and mortar place for women to come and for all people to come and see the amazing women that came before us is not only necessary, it's empowering the women of the future.
And what women before us do you love? Who inspires you?
You know, every woman before us. I mean, you know, you think about the women who fought for suffrage and gave us the right to vote. You think of the women who, during World War II, went out into the workplace and worked in factories and began the work effort for us and fought for equal pay. There's all of those women, but there's countless stories that haven't been told. I'm currently working on a women's history sketch comedy television show for Freeform, and I've done an incredible amount of research, and it's amazing the women that we don't know about. We don't know about Hetty Green, who was a multimillionaire, who was called the Witch of Wall Street, and she actually funded New York City during a massive depression. We don't really know about her. We don't know about Mary Bowser, who, but with her and Elizabeth Van Lew. Elizabeth Van Lew was her former slave owner who freed her, and she actually went, educated her, got her educated in Europe and all these other places. And then during the Civil War, they had a spy ring together where Mary Bowser worked in the Confederate White House as a servant and found out what the battle plans were, and had a photographic memory and would write them down and sew them into the petticoats of the First Lady's clothing and send them out for laundry, and Elizabeth Van Lew would get them, and General Grant said that their spy ring was the most helpful in winning the Civil War. Do we know that? No, we hear about Grant and we hear about these men, but we don't hear about this woman, this courageous black woman who went back into slavery in order to free her people. Like, why don't we know these things?
What issues that are happening right now like that you think we need to start talking about more?
Well, I do think that women right now are really speaking freely, and we're speaking courageously and fearlessly because we feel we have the permission. And we haven't had that permission for a long time. It's an incredible thing to see how far we have come. The earliest known law code in Mesopotamia, 2400 BC, said that if a woman speaks out of turn, her teeth will be smashed by a brick. So we've been up against violent acts in order to speak freely. So now we have this opportunity in this country to speak freely, to speak openly, even if that's behind a hashtag. So we're now talking about important issues, whether that be equal pay, that would be equality in the workplace, whether that be sexual harassment, which is pervasive, bullying. Well, we're talking about it, and we need to continue to talk about it. And we don't need to just say, hey, I'm going to go out and do a women's march because I'm unhappy with the President of the United States. No matter who the president is, no matter what's going on in our climate, even when we start to feel comfortable and safe again, we still need to raise our voices because we are not there yet. We are very close. We're empowered, but now we got to do the work.